Hello and welcome once again to another exciting episode of Point and Fail, where I apparently had my window all sized wrong, because now when I go up here you can see that. So there's just gonna be this black bar up there for no flippin' reason. Hooray! Let's go back to the village. Pretty bird. I would like to go in. I would like to go into the, oh, Jesus.
Hello. I will be right up.
Hi. Who's
Now,
that malicious person?
What can I do for you?
Good day, sir.
I've ground.
I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you? And what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of
And
the Crown,
I'm
but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You could say that
You
I
are
am the
indeed
AL.
a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands. The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then
Is
too,
it the island
land of the
of
Green Isles is
copyright
said to exist
protection?
on the boundaries
Or is
of
that
this
the island
world
of
and the
mountains?
next.
Sorry.
Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than
I can't stop
anywhere
coughing, I'm
else
sorry.
in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition.
Where do I get the
We
map?
who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand.
Oh, okay.
Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Yeah, I went to the castle.
Ah,
Full of
but
bitches.
advice is free,
Seriously.
Alexander.
Well,
Making use of it costs
mostly sons
much
of
more.
bitches. 'Cause they're dogs. Okay, should I talk to him again?
How fare you, merchant?
Quite well, thank you.
Listen,
I just finished a wonderful book.
I don't care anymore. Okay, let's look at books.
These shelves hold a collection of oddly titled guidebooks. Alexander notices such books as How to Become King with Little or No Rupees Down, Finding the Right Girl with the Right Dowry, and Why Good Princesses Like Bad Wizards.
Wow, that is...
Alexander is not interested in those self-help books. Thinking of Cosima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast."
What's the missing page?
Not bad. And another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed. Oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another. "What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name, that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you."
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf. Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it. Thank you, merchant.
Right now, Alexander is too involved with the journey he's on to take time to read about the journeys of others.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
Well, fine then.
Alexander isn't interested in the cookbooks on that shelf.
Why not?
He's had an aversion to cooking ever since he experimented with a certain cookie recipe involving cat hair and fish oil.
Yeah. That's in that game I refuse to play.
Alexander is a little old for those children's books.
Well, who's this? Oh,
Alexander picks up the book from
I
the
bet
small
it's
table.
right there.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Well, that was refreshing.
Is it that?
How much for that book on the counter, merchant?
Ooh.
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life.
Yeah, you really
I
do.
tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spell book for it.
Okay. How about this, boring book?
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop. Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackerels, albeit small fine mackerel.
Okay, that's quite enough, Alexander.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Da, 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 da.
Alexander can't do anything.
La 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 la. Oh. Hi.
There's a young girl in the yard. The girl is dressed in a long, plain orange robe with a thick headdress. From the appearance of her clothes, and from a skittish, fearful look about her, Alexander gets the strong impression that she is a servant, or even worse, a slave. The serving girl appears to be stealing a quiet moment tending the rose bushes.
Hey.
The girl is too far away to hold a conversation with Alexander.
Damn it.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you! You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning! And get your veil back on! No one wants to look at your face!
Yes, stepmother.
Well. Okay.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Come on, jump in.
Bug off, little kid. How do I?
What are you waiting for? I said I'd show you how to get to the next island, didn't I?
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared.
He
Oh, well,
poofed.
perhaps he just dove under the water.
No, he totally went poof.
Yeah, what do you want?
Talk?
Alexander promises himself that he will not go home until he has determined what Casima's feelings are for him, and if she needs his help.
Excuse me. My name is Alexander.
Was I talking to myself?
The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
I know that they decided to
Well,
go
I
with
guess
all
it'd
this
be all right if Allie
voice
sent
acting,
you.
and voice
Well, don't just
acting is
stand there. Come on
on
inside.
it. Awesome. I can't even talk. But it's just like,
What is it you wanted to
so
talk
boring.
about, young man?
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area. So you said outside. What is it you want to know? Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked? It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me? I don't think she'll ever see water again. But why are the islands feuding? You got me? Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly. Then this unrest is recent. A few years is all, but it's been long enough. Perhaps if the ferry were repaired. This whole thing, this ferry's been out of water so long, she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater. But there must be some way to get off this island. There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander. Tell me more about the ferry. Yes, please. I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Casima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands. I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Casima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the Queen, but the Queen had no answer. What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates? Me? I'm out of a job. The job my ancestors have held for generations. I'm the only one trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no good now. Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy? Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by ship. You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island. Tell me more about Princess Casima. Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why, a contrary thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same. The king and queen. They served the islands, not the other way around. Always think about the people. They are sorely missed. What else can you tell me about the land? Let's see. The Isle of Wonders a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there. The ferryman seems to be the only one in the cabin to address. What else can you tell me about the land? The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island. What else can you tell me about the land? The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see. If you ever get to see them, that is. What else can you tell me about the land? The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, huh, Lawrence?
What else can you tell me about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
Yeah, it is.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A
Aha!
bit crazy, mind you.
Yay! And then I can take...
I see you have a rabbit's foot.
Yes, I want
Has
it.
it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you?
I
Perhaps
will.
giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Excuse me.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
Yay, mine now.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks
Posh?
the boredom, if you know what I mean.
Posh. Posh. Okay. Let's go back here. I think there's a dude here.
Good day again. How may I help you?
I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
What's wrong with the princess?
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the...
I told...
Determined to learn more about the strange man's
Check
relationship
out my
with the
sweet
princess,
jewels.
Alexander shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
I'm sorry to insist, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and...
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander, but I'm afraid I'm already spoken. Daventry? Where have I heard of
I
Daventry?
am the A-L-E-X.
Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander.
I'm sorry.
Cassima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
Why, by a ship now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Cassima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, a Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was
Really?
before she was told about her parents' deaths. You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Oh, okay.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I see. You've yet to say who you are and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jalo. I am clown to the royal court, and have
Jalo.
been since the marriage of Casima's parents, King Caliphum and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The
Oh,
pair of them
happy
were so full of
days.
joy and life.
Oh,
So
happy days.
lovely.
Oh.
And Casima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Casima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Casima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message.
Sing Sing?
As it is, I must
Sing
wait
Sing.
for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jalo. I hope we meet again soon.
Bye, Jalo. I like your feet. Oh, that... I see you. Work it. Work it. Okay.
Old lamps for
Yeah,
new.
we get it. I got it. Just
Old
go away.
lamps for new.
I don't have a lamp yet.
Good day.
Good day to you. Old man, move.
Alexander takes a mint.
Mint.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
I'm gonna get the map.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The
Oh my
estate
God.
of a wealthy wizard fell into
Oh
my
my
hands
God.
when he died. It was useless
Shut
magical
up.
junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
But
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
well, what do you consider equal value? Is this? How about that?
Alexander wants to exchange one of his possessions for an item in the pawn shop. He'll have to arrange it with the pawn shop owner first by showing him the object for trade.
Boom.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
That's
I'm
my
Prince.
father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well,
Oh,
Prince Alex, she is a
just
beautiful ring. Are
Alexander.
you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
It's only gold.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince
Woo-woo!
Alex. I will keep your
Magic
ring out of sight
map.
for a few days.
Magic map.
If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the
This is
beach.
called explaining away a plot
You are
hole.
very kind, and I'll remember
Blah.
about the map.
Where are you going?
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar. The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Yeah. Go away. Seconds later, in the castle.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. from the pawn shop owner. He just abstained.
I'm gonna have to edit this thing so it's all at
He just got a magic map.
at twice speed. It's so slow. It's so slow.
You fool. You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
Yes. Oh, master.
Now, what is this about a magic map?
With the map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly
It's a map.
quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar. I can't have him stirring things up now.
Buy my scimitar?
Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully,
How much are you
Shamir.
selling it for?
Go to the other islands and tell them...
Okay. I'm gonna give you a coin.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find
King
a buyer
Bear.
who is interested
It's
in
a King Bear.
currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Well, let's go with this guy.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
I know a fairy
Very
tale
well.
involving a
Your
nightingale.
coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
More explaining
I'll
of
remember.
plot holes.
Thank you.
Wah. Okay, that's probably good. That's probably good for now. That's probably good for now, guys. We're gonna save. We're gonna save. Good times. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye!